What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another Sisterlocks video. I am IAmEbonyB and I have officially reached 27 months of being Sisterlock. I check in every 3 months with you all to provide you with updates on the journey for those of you who may be curious or for those of you who've already decided to join the Tiny Locks community. I do hope you find this video helpful, and if so, be sure to thumbs up this video, as well as don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of my future postings. And if there is anything that was not answered in this video, please feel free to drop it in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer any additional questions. With all of that being stated, let's get right into this update. So getting into this update, I like to start by answering my commonly asked questions. Pretty short, sweet, straight to the point. So let's get into that. I have a total of 487 locks. My installation took 15 hours. My starting length was between 4 and 5 inches of hair. I get reties every 7 to 8 weeks. My reties take about 3 hours. I do not use oil on my hair, and I use shampoo and conditioner on my hair. Now, getting into this 27-month update, the first thing that I really want to talk about, just starting off, I am 27 months Sisterlock, aka 2 years and 3 months locked in. However, I am not fully locked. I have not reached the full stage of maturity as of yet. And it is mind-blowing to me because when I first started my Sisterlocks journey, I just knew at least by year 2 that I would be fully locked and I will have those closed ends and those curly ends will be gone. And boy, was I wrong. Specifically to those of you who have just started, or you're curious about starting, but you just want to know how long you may have to go. Granted, everybody's journey is different. So a lot of people do not have to wait around the same amount of time for their hair to fully lock, their ends to fully close up. But if you have not reached that point by year 2, it is perfectly normal. So in case you were wondering, no, it does not mean that you were doing something wrong with your hair. No, it does not mean that you need to incorporate anything additional to your hair. And absolutely not, it doesn't mean that Sisterlocks may not have been for you. It just takes time based on your hair texture and the uniqueness of your hair for that process to take place. Because shoot, that's what I'm telling myself. But I just wanted to let you guys know that 2 years in the game, my hair has not fully locked. I still have my curly ends, very much so. I'm still going through a little bit more budding, but for the most part, it still has not completed the process of fully locking or closing up. Now, getting into some transparency with you all, I did go through a period of my edges breaking off. I do not believe that it had anything to do with having Sisterlocks or the size of my locks or anything like that. I've stated back, I believe, in my 9-month check-in, a little bit about my edges and how soft they typically are. Just all around, they typically are my problem areas. I was so caught off guard, however, when I saw my hair, the way that it looked in the condition that it was in, completely scared the mess out of me. I didn't know if I would be able to get it repaired because it felt like the hair was a little too short. I didn't know if my loctician would be able to restore it back to how good it looked when I first got it done. I was a little distraught, I'm not gonna lie. Now, I did have some personal things going on in my life that I feel like played a big part in, what was taking place with my edges. So I won't sit here and chuck it up to anything but that. Because honestly, my edges have been doing good all the way up until my 1 year, and then all the way up into my 2 year. And then when I go through this season, it just responded completely different. So yeah, I was so distraught, y'all. I did not know what to do, and I did not even notice that they were gone until before I was on my way to wash my hair, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, what are these patches on the sides of my head? Like on both sides were patches. And then I realized, like, I had locks here. They broke off. But I'm like, when did this happen? I didn't even realize it. Like, I didn't even realize that my hair was how it was underneath. And that's also because I just wear my hair down mostly. I rarely to never pull my hair back unless I'm going to an event that I feel like I want to try to do something different with my hair or something like that. Fortunately, by the grace of the good Lord, my loctician is a magician and she is great at what she does. We are back to normal now. We are pretty good, and I'll go ahead and just show you what they look like now on camera. Pretty much back to business, back to basics. I will also say nothing has changed with my hairline or anything like that. If you go back to my 9-month check-in, I also talk about my hairline and my journey up until 9 months. If Sisterlocks have affected my hairline, you can do the comparison if you would like to. But I've definitely heard people say that it pushes your hairline back or whatever the case may be, and I have not experienced that whatsoever, which just made me feel so much better because y'all, I love my locks so much, and my entire journey is based around a healthy hair journey as well as retaining length. So that was a little tough for me once I realized that, you know, it didn't look to be in the best shape on the edges of my hair. I would say the only obstacle now with me having this repair done on my edges is just, you know, going back to making sure I'm doing what I can during my wash days where I'm not, you know, overly too rough or aggressive when I'm washing my hair, because I don't want my locks to slip. Those brand new locks, I have to treat them as if starter locks are starting all over again. Like, that's pretty much what I'm gonna have to be on top of, and I plan to be. So I guess you can say that's a bit of a con that I've been dealing with up into this 27th month. And I would say another personal con of mine that I hate having to deal with, and I'm noticing that I deal with all the time, and it's really no way to get away from it, is shrinkage. Again, as I've stated, retaining length is a part of my goals here for my Sisterlocks journey. You know, just being able to grow healthy, strong, long hair. And with shrinkage, it's just, sometimes it just comes at the wrong time. Like, girl, I know good and well, but for the most part, you know, shrinkage can definitely be dealt with, okay? By just spritzing your hair, getting it a little moist, stretching it out, doing braid outs, things of that sort will allow you to keep your hair in a stretch length. And that's just something that I don't do often. So that's why shrinkage has just really been blowing me more so than less. And lastly, what I would like to touch on, yes, lastly, I try to make these videos short for y'all. I do not be trying to keep y'all here for too long because I know y'all got things to do. But as far as how I hydrate and moisturize my hair, I'm still kind of doing the same thing right now. I still just use a spray bottle of water. Now, I am curious about indulging in rose water or trying something along the sort to take care of putting more moisture in my hair, as well as just making my scalp overall feel a little better or a lot better in between the weeks and or days or however is needed. I will definitely be giving that a try, and I will let you guys know if I like it, how it works for me, or if I would recommend it to you all. But yeah, that was all that I had for the updates up into this 27th month. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any additional questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to get those answered for you. And again, thank you so much for tuning in to another Sisterlocks video. I'll see you guys in the next one.